Uh, it's good, sir. Okay. Discussing about information and communication technology in higher education, because already I think in the today as per the schedule, I think today is the last day for your 1 week short term course on information and communication technology. Because already you are familiar with all these terminologies taking for the information and communication technology. So I am going to discussing what is the ICT as far as in higher education, why that information and communication technology in very important in higher education. Then also we need to be study some of the issues and challenges. Then also give an overview of what are the attempts were made as far as Ministry of Education is concerned for introducing for the ICT in higher education. I think by and large, probably you are all aware of all these some of the data sets, understanding, taking for as well as for the gross enrollment rate in higher education, taking as far as 1 minute, I'll higher education as far as understanding the component. In the data set, as far as gross enrollment rate in higher education, there is a 23% in 2013, 13 to 14. It is increased almost 27%, a very marginal increase as well as for the gross enrollment rate in higher education. Then other side, we need to understand what is an expenditure on education as well as for the share of GDP. This is also one of the component understanding for the overall what is there in the expenditure on education. So based on the thing, it's 2.8% was there in the 2019 and 20. Now I think 2021-22 3.1%. So this is again very marginal share as well as for the GDP with respect to education is concerned. Then again, taking into consider as a share of higher education, what is the share of higher education is less than 1%. So this is one of the important component we need to be linking with as far as information and communication technology in higher education. That's also very important. Then you are all aware of it as far as National Education Policy 2020, because already given some kind of criteria then given for the it's a and an average of 6% of GDP that share should be there for the implementation of NEP, or you can even for the in the education is concerned. So this is also one of the component we need to be keep it in mind in the upcoming year probably. Probably I think Karnataka is the first state they're implementing for the National Education Policy 2020. Probably in the larger scale, probably taken into consideration in the country specific, probably these percentage probably will going to be achieved for the another 5-10 years, taking for the 6% share will be there for the expenditure on education. This is also one of the thing. And the next very important significant attempt for ICT initiative in higher education in India. That's also very notable changes as well as for the taking for the various initiatives taken by the government of India, maybe respective states as well as for the ICT initiative is concerned. Then again, whatever the ICT initiative either introduced by the government of India through the Ministry of Education, or maybe University Grants Commission, or you taking for the various other stakeholders, probably that finally it has to be implemented. Then again, teacher is the playing very major role as well as for the implementing of whatever the ICT initiatives. That is also very important. Then recently, probably I think you are all aware of it. There is a blended mode teaching and learning. This is one of the interesting as well as for the University Grants Commission introduced for blended mode teaching and learning. Under the blended mode teaching and learning, they will given for the some of the weightages for whatever the credit they earn for through the online courses, either taking for the massive open online courses or maybe Swayam courses or whatever the thing, wherever the that taking for the credit that need to be taking it integrated in the her credit as well as for the student is concerned. Then again, another important, recently they introduced the regulation called as bank credit, that is for the taking into consider for the bank credit framework regulation 2020-21. Then based on the thing, each student there is some kind of credit taking for the in the respective duration of the courses. So based on the thing, some credit they can earn in the wherever they work, wherever they joined in the course, or maybe some credit they can earn for the different whatever the institution or whatever the thing. So finally, the need to be the what is the minimum credit that has to be there in the thing. Then when you're taking for this account bank credit, will give on the framework understanding for some student, our student can, Mysore University student can earn credit from the Indian Institute of Science or maybe various other premier institutions. These are all the some of the flexibility also given. So these are all the some of the attempt already they are taking for as well as for the Ministry of Education, taking into consider for the initiative, whatever the initiative of the information and communication technology. Then further we need to understand some of the important aspects, probably open education resources. This is very very important, probably taking for the open education resources, lot of open education resources are available. Then also Government of India through the Ministry of Education, they made for the lot of attempt taking into consider for the introducing for the open education resources for the in the teaching fraternity as well as for the student is concerned. The very important when you taking these open education resources, very important, there is a program called as National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. We call it as NMICT. Under the National Mission on Education through ICT, they introduce for the various open education resources. Based on the resources, these resources is made available in the common repository. Probably student or teacher can able to access these NMICT, whatever the resources available, that make use of the enhancing their knowledge and also taking for the make use of the as a reference or whatever the thing. So this is all the one of the initiative, probably I think I will discuss in the later. Then again there is another interesting, there is an NPTEL, technology enabled learning. This is again focusing for the thing under the NPTEL. They introduced for the so many courses where probably that also we discuss in the later. There also comes under the open education resources. They prepared for the so many content. Under the content is available under the NPTEL portal, National Program Technology Enabled Learning. Then further taking for the EPG Pathshal. I think you are all familiar with EPG Pathshal. Some extent probably I think some of the faculty have access for the EPG Pathshal. Under the EPG Pathshal already whatever the script of particular subject, probably taking for the given for the architecture, probably taking for the planning, or you taking for the economics, or you taking for the biochemistry, whichever the core subject, there is a list of subject. Based on the subject, the content is made available under the EPG Pathshal. This content again that is prepared by the taking for the learned professors from the various premier institutions. Based on these content, then make use of whenever this is available for the as well as for the teaching fraternity as well as for the student is concerned. This is also very important. Then probably I think you are all well versed with National Digital Library, correct? You are all well versed with the NDL? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I think in your colleges already is there in the register for the National Digital Library, correct? Probably some of the colleges, some of the universities already there in the registration of the National Digital Library, and National Digital Library also you can taking for the so many education resources as made available, that also we discuss in the later. Then further taking that is for the Swayam, because this is very very important as far as for the in the present context under the National Education Policy 2020. Then also given some kind of weightages, because already there is a regulation taking into consider, we need to go for the blended mode teaching and learning. This is very very important taking into consider. So because already there is in guidelines probably starting from 2016 as well as for the UGC regulation, then also taking for the 2021 UGC regulation. So these are all the regulation also made mandate for as well as for the introducing for the Swayam under the present curriculum. That's also very very important, that need to be there in the thing. Then again we need to be understanding for the Swayam as well as for the massive open online courses. Then also some of the interesting thing as well as for the learning management system, that is for the LMS. Probably I think sir, any in your university or any your colleges there is an LMS, sir? Sir, I am audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, sir, audible.
I think overall come from the, I think the degree colleges, probably I think you have the Karnataka.
Yes, sir. Almost.
You are all familiar with all these learning management system as well as for the daily usage of the thing. Then again taking some of the interesting, there is a outcome based education, because already we are there in the outcome based education. Then also taking into consider that is called as in Bloom's taxonomy. So this was the some of the thing. Probably when you discussing for information and communication technology in higher education, then also we need to be all these component is interlinked for as well as for the information and communication technology. Then further you taking, because I have not used the PPT because there is some file width is more, sometimes it will take too much time for the streaming. So this is the PDF portion. As far as ICT means because already you are all well versed with the various terminology because past 3-4 days they have discussed for the information and communication technology. Based on this thing, computer application and communication technology, gathering, processing, storing and disseminating information. This is the purpose we call it as information and communication technology. Then also we are using always the terminology called as digital divide. Under that we are using for the internet, what is the internet usage. Then also we need to be understanding for the what is the innovative capacity, what are the innovative that apps, applications they are using. Then how we are going to be, how frequent we are accessing for the various quality of access, taking into consideration for the thing bandwidth. There are so many components. These are all again it linked with the digital divide. Then further taking for the discussion of information and communication technology, it has been divided to two components. One is information and communication infrastructure. We required information and communication infrastructure. Then also we required for the information technology. When you taking information and communication infrastructure, we required physical telecommunication system networks because this is very important. We should have a cellular or broadcast or cable, satellite or whatever the thing. So we required for the telecommunication system. Then also we required the services that utilize those internet or maybe voice, mail, radio, television, whatever the either taking for the medium of either taking for these services. Then again taking the technology we required so much hardware, then also we required for the so much software. These are the some of the thing integrating with all these hardware, software, then also taking for the services of that for the internet, voice, email and whatever the thing. Then also taking for the what are the physical telecommunication system, taking for the networks, integrating all the thing we call it as information and communication technology. So understanding all these component as far as in the present context, very important, we have so many positive trends. We need to be traced out in as far as in a country like India. When you're taking for the demographic dividend, so almost 650 million of population from 0 to 25 years age group. So that's why we call it as India is saying for the demographic dividend. As far as understanding, probably taking for the various countries, either taking for the China, or you taking for the US, or you taking for the various other countries. Then again taking for the what is the age group that is there in the thing, what is the percentage of share will be there in the younger age or something like that. So this is again one of the positive trend taking into consider for the almost more than 50% of the population is there in the 0 to 24 years age group. Then again taking for the internet penetration. This is one of the thing because India is having the second highest number of internet penetration. Then also probably it is predicted by 2000. There is a now in the present probably taking for the thing. There is a very important role they playing for the as well as for the internet penetration is concerned. Then another interesting as far as taking into consider for the online education player. So you see here as a teacher we need to understand what is the online education players. Probably I think you are all well versed with the thing. Various apps are available, made available for in the country. Either taking for the starting from the in our LKG, UKG to up to higher education. So many apps are available. So many online education players are made. So many applications. Then various things. Probably I think you can you are all heard about for there is a Byju. Probably I think in your home they are using for the children or whatever the thing. Based on the thing, lot of animation they are introduced in the Byju. Then also taking for the various technology, various animation, various multimedia, all ingredient then made available for the in the graphical presentation of the whatever the content or whatever the pictures or so many things. These are all the some of the thing. There is an revolution when taking for the various education, online education player is concerned. Then taking the as well as the trend in internet penetration, probably I think in a very short period, probably it's only 2% was there in the year 2006. When you're taking for the present almost 36%, probably taking for the 2022, probably almost reaching for the 42%. So this is some other thing probably we need to understand because taking for the entire country, taking for the what is the internet penetration. Then also taking for the smartphone penetration. So these are all the some of the data set for understanding why that very important as well as for the ICT is concerned, information and communication technology. Then further you taking as well as for the internet usage in a minute. So this is again you taking further in the present data or maybe whatever the data set. This is available in the website. Probably you can take it into consider for the Asian countries almost there is a share of almost 51% taking for the internet usage. Then taking for the in a minute probably I think maximum probably you are using for the as well as for the email probably almost 197 million in a minute they are using for the internet usage. So this is some of the thing probably understanding for the what is the internet usage. Then taking rise of mobile traffic and current mobile traffic share, this is again almost 54% probably. Now if taking for the 22 or maybe we are in the 23, probably there is some percent will be increased. So this is some of the things. These are all the some of the positive trend we need to understand. Then further understanding in the lifelong learning instead of LAR or non-retail. So because earlier concept, whatever the thing we need to be taking for the learn, then again we need to be learn, then again we need to retain. But here the taken into consideration continuously, that learning is continuous process, that is there in the lifelong learning instead of learn and non-retail, that is for the in the future. Then all future work is based on online based. This is very important. Probably I think day to day taking into consideration in your you take as example of in our rooms, then we'll come to know what are the things we are doing for the in the online. Either making for the online purchasing, or maybe you are ordering for the online groceries. You are making for the online banking. So many things. So many things that there in the thing in the day to day we are adapting for the online, because you are all the teachers, we are all aware of it. Probably based on the pandemic, they have given very important tool to as a teachers, taking into consideration for the learning of this all the various gadgets, various tools and techniques for conducting the online class. So this is one of the important component we need to be remember, as well as for the thing probably everyone understanding for the how to use the as well as for the tools and gadgets for the conducting the online classes. These are the some of the things there in the thing. In the future of work, it is mainly based on the online. That is very important. That also that is again we need to be as a teacher again what is our role taking into consideration for the in the entire as well as for the in the teaching domain. As Ministry of Education has proposed to spend almost 2,300 odd crores on developing and translating digital course content and resources over the next 5 years. So this is again already Ministry of Education, that project is in progress. So based on the thing, so much crore rupees they are spending for creating for the digital course contents and resources. This is very important. These digital content, who are the taking for the stakeholders of this digital content, because as a teacher is the stakeholder, because teacher has to prepare the script, then produce the content, deliver the lecture, then again taking for the same content is made available for the entire country. This is again one of the things, there is a major role over there for the as far as the teachers is concerned. Then taking as far as different learning technique will be used, because already you are aware, you are all well versed with all these social media, or maybe taking for the various taking for the YouTube, or maybe Google Classroom, or maybe Swayam Prabha, EPG part. These are all some of the different e-learning techniques will be there. Then again that is again related with linking with your information and communication technology. Then also as one of the pillars of the Digital India initiative of government, India started Swayam under National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. This is also one of the important as well as one of the initiative as well as for the government of India as well under the Digital India initiative. These are also some of the positive trend we need to be keep it in our mind further taking into consideration understanding for the world. Then this is some of the thing I think in the 2020 I have downloaded one in the article in the Science Direct article. They are given for the online teaching modes of teachers and students. They are given for the various different modes. Some university probably taking for the LMS, some of the things they are using for the Google Classroom, Zoom, webinar, whatever the thing, various as well as for the various apps. Then taking for the thing probably think wherever the some of the thing probably teachers probably you can see for the so many ways we have the 100%, but only thing is that the students probably I think you can have only for the two component. One is email, then again WhatsApp. These are all the some of the thing were there in the thing as well as an understanding for these online teaching modes of teachers and students. Then taking for further understanding for the under information and communication technology in higher education, then again we need to understand for the various platforms. Under these various platforms, I think one of the interesting thing is learning management system. Then also we need to, because I think first state in Karnataka in India implementing for the national education policy. Then also first state probably I think in the first state in Karnataka they introduced for the Karnataka learning management system. So this is one of the milestone as well as for the in the education is concerned. Then again taking these platform given for the broader term used to describe software tools. So designed to manage user learning intervention, provide access online learning services for student, teachers as well as for the administrator. Because already you are all familiar with the thing, you are all working in the as well as for in the college, degree colleges, probably you are all I think so many university also they implemented for the whatever the learning management system. This is some of the thing probably very useful under this thing. When you're taking for this learning management system, probably I think it provides easy way to upload and share materials. This is very important because whenever you delivering for the any lecture, whenever you delivering for the any kind of lecture to the either in the classroom, probably this can be shared in the material. Then also you can conduct online discussion. Then also you can chat with the students based on the whatever the issues. Then also you can conduct the quizzes. Then also conduct the survey. Then also you can review assignment and record grades. So these are all the some of the things, all the whatever the manual process we are doing in the present, that all the manual process it has to be done it in the digital form under the in the LMS platform. This is one of the interesting. Then also very important, it has LMS can be installed in cloud and all faculty can upload and share all the particular classes related document, videos, MP3. This is very important. In the present context, probably I think so many components, so many new terminologies or jargons we are using. Probably taking for the some student now they recently they come out with some of the data sciences. Probably very important. Probably taking for the data sciences is playing very important role. Then also taking for the internet of everything. Probably taking IoT is playing very important role for the entire country or maybe entire globe. Then taking for the artificial intelligence, robotic operation, so many things, so many new terminologies emerge under the information and communication technology. Because finally this information and communication technology is the via media for simplifying our day-to-day whatever the delivery, either maybe in the service delivery or you taken into consideration in the education domain or whatever the thing. So ICT is the only media for taking for the simplifying for the our services, taking for the delivering the lecture or maybe taking for the thing. It has to be taking for the in the single platform. They can anytime student can access whatever the lecture you delivered, that is made available in the video form or maybe MP3. Probably anytime the student in the particular class you can't able to attend the class. Probably anytime you can log in, then you can view the whatever the available or video is available in the thing. This is some of the thing very important under the learning management system. Then again there is in various other Moodle also they started for the separate learning management system. Google Classrooms also there in the Google learning management system. Then again Zoom Learner. So this is again various apps they started for the learning management system. Then also one of the interesting thing is we need to be appreciate our government of Karnataka. They have done it for the Karnataka learning management system. This is again I think first kind of in India. I don't know. Probably there are so many universities they are having, but entire state itself there is the first kind of in India. They started for Karnataka learning management system. Probably I think you are all familiar with all these usage of these things. Then further understanding for this open pedagogy, new opportunity for learning, because already we are in the outcome based learning. Whenever you taking for in our present curriculum or syllabi, probably we will need to understanding for the thing, taking for the understanding for the whether you are adapted for the outcome based learning. Then also given for the each courses they will given for the what is the course objective, then also what will be the finally in the program outcomes, all you writing for the whatever the particular subject outcomes. These are all the some of the things were there. Whenever you framing all these things, then again we need to be followed for the Bloom's taxonomy, because already you are all familiar with all the things. But understanding in the present context, we are all the teacher. Probably I think out of 6 elements is given based on the thing. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Based on the 6 elements, how many elements presently we are practicing? Sir, madam, I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, out of 6
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Audible, sir.
Okay, out of 6 element, how many element presently we are practicing? Have to analyze. Because these are all the, because again it's linking with our outcome based learning based on the Bloom's taxonomy, taking for the remember, because already you are using for the so many unit taking for the thing, understanding for the fact and figure, then also taking for the apply some kind of using for the some situation analysis, then also making some analysis. But only thing is very missing component, evaluate, and also taking for the creativity. So that's why under the national education policy they'll give for the lot of scope for taking into consider, taking for the you give the separate platform, either not only for the in the basic science you taking for the social sciences, you taking for the management, you taking for the various disciplines, so it should given for some kind of creativity. What is their creativity? Then also we need to be taking into consider for the some of the colleges they started for the incubation center or more the innovations. So these are all the some of the things probably we need to be more focused on that creativity and evaluate instead of remember and understand. These are all the some of the things there. Then also we need to be under the NEP, because already entire our program syllabus is revised based on the thing we have also given for the linking with Bloom's taxonomy for understanding. Then further taking understanding for the open education resources, that is OER, because already we are aware of open educational resources, they are taking for the United Nations also given some kind of definition. Type of educational materials in public domain are introduced with an open license. So this is anybody can access. Then also there is it's available in the public domain. Then also we can there is an open license. There is another thing. Under open educational resources, learning material supporting legal and free copy. You can copy the whatever the content is available. You can usage, you can adaptation, then also sharing. These are all the some of the flexibilities given as well as for the open education resource is concerned. These are all the resources, can be anything from the textbook or syllabi, or maybe lecture notes, or maybe text, videos, or animation. These are all the some of the thing is made available in the resources, because already given various platforms introduced by Ministry of Education, either maybe taking into consider for the EPG Padashal, are you taking for the NPTL, are you taking, even if you taking for the present, that is for the National Digital Library, that managed by the IIT Kharagpur. They introduced for the lot of OER, open education resources made available under the National Digital Library. So these are all the some of the things were there. Then again that all that whatever the resource repositories made available in the various platform under the ICT tools, taking for that is related with the textbooks, some related with the lecture notes, something related with the whatever the test or quizzes are conducted, some videos, some animation. These are all the some of the content were there under the open education resources. Then for open education resources under the ICT, so many open education resources made available for the entire country, probably taking for the National Open Education Resource Repository. This is all materials made available under the Ministry of Human Resource Development earlier, now Ministry of Education. Then also taking for the NCERT, under the NCERT also, so a lot of open education resource repository made available, that is made use for the made available for the teachers as well as for the student fraternity. This is one of the thing probably you can access for the under the National OER repository. Then taking further national program on technology enhanced learning, this is again release content freely and openly. This is again under the NPTL. While discussing the Swayam, probably will go detailing about the NPTL. Under the NPTL also you will get for the lot of e-content then freely available. Then also you can have some kind of videos, so many components. These are all the probably you can access through the open educational resources. Then taking under the National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, they are given for the open education resource initiatives release most content under attribution license. So this is some of the thing probably taken into consider for the thing under the whichever the content or whichever the videos, whichever the audio, whichever the repository made available under the NMICT that is available for the in the free of thing that can be accessed. Then National Digital Library, because already we are aware so much 68 lakhs books are available in the digital repository. This is very very important. Probably now this is again that number is increased probably in the present context. Probably I think in each colleges, maybe each university, you can register for the National Digital Library. So lot of e-content, lot of that is e-books are available. Probably that's made available for the all the teachers as well as for the student fraternity. Then another interesting as well as for in the open education resource, probably in the InflipNet, probably under the InflipNet, probably it is again it's working under the guidance of the ministry, that is for the University Grants Commission. Under the InflipNet, they have made for the so many universities already registered on the InflipNet. They are introducing for the, even InflipNet they introduce for the free that free made available for the learning management system that owned by the InflipNet. Probably if the any university or maybe any either in your colleges you wanted to make for the separate learning management system, this learning management system is made available in the free of cost, that is there in the InflipNet. Only thing is we need to be go to the InflipNet website, we need to be formally need to fill the applications through online, then you taking for the obtain from the InflipNet, then probably can make use of this InflipNet learning management. These are also some of the things. Then also there is a lot of open education resources made available under the InflipNet. Probably I think you are all heard about for the InflipNet in the earlier. What is the role of InflipNet in the earlier? Anybody? Sir, madam? Sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, InflipNet. You are all familiar with the InflipNet in the earlier?
Okay. The
Yes.
very
Okay.
the
Yes, sir.
association of
Yes, sir.
university, almost all universities of India, they are interconnected.
Okay.
They publish their research papers on that.
Okay, so under the InfluNet, because earlier now there is not there because they stopped. Because earlier what happened, all the whatever the research papers, because instead of each university taking for the subscribing the journal online journals, they'll given for the entire task given to the InfluNet. So InfluNet taking for the whichever the journals is available for the entire globe, they're taking for the research subscription. Then again it's made available for the all the universities. So this is some of the things they have done it. Now they introduce for the various learning management system. Then also so many other so many initiatives were there in the InfluNet. Whenever you free, probably think you can go to the InfluNet website. You will get lot of open education resources. Then also so many other component. Then again OER Commons. Then again UNESCO they introduced for the OER that is for the Commons under the ICT, the competency framework for teachers. This is separate hub they created. Probably here you will get for the lot of information, lot of content. These are the some of the information is made available for the especially for the teachers teaching fraternity is concerned. Probably think whenever you free, probably can access for the UNESCO OER Commons. So this is all the some of the content is focused on taking for the what are the open education resources is made available for the in the entire country, understanding for the taking for the in the domain of the education. Then further understanding for the thing, probably I think you are all familiar with all these massive open online courses. Under the massive open online courses, again it's we need to understand this was introduced in the earlier in the global scenario. They started for in the 2012 developing for the massive open online course in the global scenario. Based on the thing, taking for the data set, then who are all the partners, then which are all the courses are made available, what is the revenue generated. Taking the 2012 funding given for the some kind of $100 million, then again taking for the learners only 2 millions were there. Again taking for the university partners only 40 were there. Then only for the 250 courses is made available in 2012. Now we are taking for the 2020, then taking for the see the thing, then almost 180 million learners are made available. Then also taking for the there is an university partner. There are so many universities that partner for the developing the MOOC courses. Then also courses almost more than 16,000 courses are available. Then also they earn so much revenue. So these are all the some of the things probably you need to understand. A lot of focus on as well as for the massive open online courses. This is again it comes under the in the information and communication technology in the higher education, because very important, because already given in the introductory part. As far as an understanding, the University Grant Commission they introduced the regulation called as blended learning. So under the blended learning, teaching and learning, so based on the blended mode of learning, then also given for the more emphasis is given for the massive open online courses, then also taking for the as far as the MOOC courses. When you're taking for all the things, I think these are all already were all familiar with these massive open online courses. Then again taking for these basic philosophy under the MOOCs anytime, anyone, anywhere. So as soon as you register the course, probably I think now somebody I think driving the car, I think some probably I think you need to go to office, probably in the meanwhile you can attend some classes in the online. So something like this are all some of the thing, anytime, anyone, anywhere they can able to access for the this massive open online courses. Then taking these are all the some of the trend that how this exponentially increasing as far as India is concerned, and also taking for the, in the global scenario. I will not go detail, just you can run through some of the component for understanding for the MOOC courses. Then again these are all the some of the data set taking for in the entire country. We have the national coordinator, 9 national coordinator for the entire country. Based on the thing, there is in partnering institutions, almost 203 partnering institutions were there. Then again taking for the completed almost 8,000 courses almost completed. Then also taking for the 2 crore 85 lakh student have enrolled. Then looking the data set of that whatever the in the Swayam portal they given almost 22 lakh exam registration. But when come to the successful completion only for the 11 lakh. So this is one of the things as a teachers we need to be look into the data set. Then again we need to be, because already there is in guidelines probably taking for the University Grants Commission, there is a guidelines. Based on the guidelines we need to be encouraging for the online courses, then also we need to be encouraging for the Swayam. Okay, looking the data set very important. So many partner institutions were there, so many students were enrolled, but only thing is when come to the successful completion is very probably taking for the almost taking the in your based on the data set, probably very minimal percentage is the successful certifications were there in the thing. Then another interesting as far as understanding in our teaching domain, as well as in the another 5 years, maybe another 10 years, probably our role of offline teaching probably may be drastically reduced. Probably looking the data set, looking the present trend related with the information and communication technology, then also taking for the introducing for the various ICT initiatives. Based on the thing, probably our teacher role probably in the offline, probably in the traditional classroom, probably drastically is reduced. Probably we need to be more focused on online courses. We need to be developed for the MOOC courses. That is also one of the challenges for the teacher fraternity. That's also we need to be keep it in our mind as well as an understanding. Then looking all these data set, then also taking for some of the statistics and component, because already given very important understanding for the NPTEL is the most visited academic YouTube channel in the world. So this is we need to be considering for the NPTEL is the most visited academic YouTube channel in the world. This is some of the thing probably we need to be keep it in mind. As well as for the India is concerned, they made some of the very good initiative related with as well as for the massive open online courses. Then also taking for the some of the initiative under the NMICT, National Mission on Education through ICT. These are some of the components were there. Then taking for the various MOOC courses, massive open online courses, then given for the 3 component. One is the courses, then also pace, then also taking the instruction. So when you taking for the some of the courses available for the paid courses, we need to be pay for the registration, we need to be pay for the enrollment, we need to be pay for the examination fee, we need to be pay for the getting the certification. But some of the courses is made available for the free of cost. You can enroll, and again you can appear exam, then of course you can get the certificate in the free of cost. Then also some of the thing, proper some of the courses is schedule driven. Then schedule driven means already there is a in the particular period, based on the period duration, then we need to be enrolled. Then again we need to be learn in the online platform. Then again self-paced, probably based on the our requirement, based on the individual learners, they will decide for the how to scheduling that whichever the course, that kind of courses also made available in the entire globe. Then again when taking for the instructors, university courses and forward forms. So these are the some of the thing probably I think in the present context. You can take for the somebody log into the Swayam website, or you can take him for the various other platforms is made available for the entire globe. Probably the private firms are playing very important role for the entire as well as for the developing for the MOOC courses. Then you taking for the various component, probably now earlier there is so many funding international, or maybe taking for the external funding agency, either taking for the World Bank or you taking for the Asian Development Bank. So these are all the banks. Earlier their primary role is funding for the third world countries, or funding for the infrastructure, or so many things. In the present context, this World Bank as well as for the Asian Development Bank, they introduce for the some of the institute, probably taking for the World Bank Institute. There is a separate wing was there in the World Bank Institute. There is a separate wing was there in the Asian Development Bank Institute, ADB. So based on this institute, they are offering for the so many for the MOOC courses or taken into consider various courses. Probably whenever you free, probably think somebody more interested for the you will get for the what are the courses made available for the World Bank Institute, or what are the courses made available for the Asian Development Bank Institute. Probably these are all the courses, or some courses are available as the certificate courses, some courses only for the credit transfer. So many things were there. Probably I think you can look into the data set, probably will able to how this entire domain is changing for in the long run, because earlier they are only more focused on funding. Then now that switching over to the funding, plus they want to making for some kind of creating the courses and taking for the disseminating the knowledge related with the particular subject or maybe aspect. These are some of the things as well as understanding. Then taking for entire country, you have major platforms, or you call it as a players, taking for the various courses made available edX. Probably I think some of the faculty were familiar with all these players: Course Builder, Blackboard, WizIQ, Moodle, Udacity. These are all the various players taking into consider for the courses available. As well as India is concerned, we have the platform called as that is called as well as for the Swayam, that is for the indigenously built as well as for the Swayam platform. So here we will get all these online courses as well as for the massive open online course made available on the Swayam platform. Then taking for the edX, I think edX is the only taking for the entire globe. They introduced for the starting as well as for the concept of massive open online courses. The first they tied up with MIT and Harvard University. They started for these courses. Then also there a lot of attempt were made, then also taking for the various component, and it is also functioning very well for the entire globe, then also earning for a lot of money for these massive open online courses. Then so many times we started repeating in the introductory part and various other component. We started national mission on education through information and communication technology. Under the national mission on education and communication, information and communication technology, the Ministry of Human Resources Development, earlier now Ministry of Education, they introduced program called as National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. Under the thing, it provides e-learning through online web video courses. This is started for engineering, science and technology, management and humanities. So this was the some of the thing made available. The entire this NPTEL is directly controlled under the All India, that is for the ACT. Then again this was started in 2003. Then only the partner institution is probably think the 7 IITs, one IIC. Probably looking the data set, even today somebody accessing for the Swayam platform. Based on the Swayam platform, there is a 9 national coordinator were developing the courses in the e-cycle. Probably probably there is an each here there is a 2 cycles were made available under the Swayam platform. Based on the thing e-cycle, probably taking for the these only for the 7 IITs and 1 Indian Institute of Science. They are releasing for the almost 200 plus courses developed for the each cycle. But looking the other side, probably taking for the our University Grant Commission or taking for the our that whatever the courses, probably looking the data set in the e-cycle, very difficult to produce for the probably 50 to 60. Probably e-cycle, probably 42 subject is released for the PG courses, or maybe 50 subject is released for the almost whatever the in that online courses as well in the Swayam platform. So what will be the reason why even though there is a taking for the 7 premier institutions, then also other side we have the so many number of university for the taking for the as well as for the state universities, central universities, then also taking for the deemed universities, so many things. So many numbers were there in the larger number. Even though in the larger number, when you taking for the quantification of these courses made available for the e-cycle, very minimal. So that's also one of the thing. Because when you take for this IIT as well as for the IICs, they made mandate for each teacher should have a 1 MOOC courses need to be developed in a year. So this is again that will given for the mandate taking into consider for the thing, understanding for each teacher need to be prepared 1 MOOC courses in a year. This is a mandate for there for the all the thing. So this is again probably in the long run, probably all our university teachers probably we need to be given for the almost more weightages, or maybe some 25% of the time need to be spent for only developing for the e-content as well as for the massive open online course that will be coming in the upcoming years. So this is some other thing for the in the thing. Then taking as well as for the MOOC courses, how to develop these MOOC courses, we have some kind of we need to be follow some kind of instructional design, then also we need to be follow some kind of principles, then also we need to be some kind of procedure, then also instruction materials relation, so many things. So these are all some of the things we call it as an ODI model, analysis, design, development, then also taking for the implementation and evaluation. These are all the some of the as a process when you are making for the developing for the MOOC courses. Then taking all this ODI model, we need to be understand in the analysis, we need to be taking for needs and requirement, then also tasks participant, then again what is the current capability we need to understand, analyze. Then again we need to be designing learning objective, what are the delivery format, these are all the some of the thing. Then again how to develop the prototype courses, that creative prototype. Then implementation, the training and implementation tools in the place and in the observations. Then again evaluate awareness, knowledge, behavior, results. So these are all the some of the ODI model we need to be understand. Then taking all these things, the 7 criteria as a teachers we need to be keep it in our mind whenever you interested for the developing for the massive open online courses. First we need to understand for the core requirement, very important, overall the audience, either you are developing the courses for the undergraduate student, or you are developing the courses for the postgraduate student, or you are developing the courses only for the certification, only for the knowledge gaining or something like that. These are all the some of the things we need to be while preparing the syllabi. Then probably we need to understand for the overall the audience. Then taking for the heterogeneous and homogeneous target group. Some of the courses is made available, probably taking for the Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, they develop some of the courses. Then again, All India Institute of Medical Science, they developed some of the courses, because these are all the courses again it focusing for heterogeneous, taking for the thing it's the heterogeneous, either some student having for the in the social science, some student having for the in the basic science, they can join the courses, they can learn something like this. These are all some of the thing. Probably we need to understand heterogeneous and homogeneous target groups. Then again, structure number of units, because already we are all familiar with this framing the syllabus. Then again, how many units you are going to be taking for in the particular course or particular subject. Then also taking for the thing. Then again, participant requirement. This is very important. Whether whatever the MOOC courses we are developing, the entire MOOC courses again we are making for the credit transfer or only for the certification. That need to be decided, whether that whatever the courses 4 credit or maybe 12 credit, whatever the credit that is there in the thing, end of the day the participant will get the credit transfer or only for the certification. This is again decided by before going for the developing the MOOC courses. Then also taking for the whether what is the mode of examination, whether you are conducting for the online or you are taking for the proctored examination. So these are all the things need to be decided by the teacher while developing for the MOOC courses. Then also understanding for the assignments, then we need to understand for the overall the heterogeneous audience, what kind of assignments need to be given in the particular subject, that also understanding. Then again, media design, creative commons, this is common because already we have the indigenous built Swayam platform. They will take care of all this media design and other thing. Then communication, you can have various forms of discussion, some of the thing. Then open, this are all the some of the thing, anytime anybody can access for all these things. So these are all the some of the things were there. Taking under the Minister of Education through National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, they introduced for this Swayam, because already you are all familiar with this Swayam, because you are all so many teachers already. I think anybody have done for the FDP program or maybe ARFIT program, annual refresher program for the teachers. Sir, I am audible? Yes.
Yes,
Sir, audible.
sir.
Yes, sir. Anybody have done for the ARPIT
Yes, sir,
course,
program.
annual repressor program in teaching? There is a program introduced for Government of India under the Minister of Education. So based on the thing, instead of going for that whatever the HRDC center, probably you can do it in your home itself, do it in your college, wherever you are working. Only thing is, it has to be in the online mode. They introduced for the 72 courses in the earlier cycle under the MOOC
Sir, this
platform. Yes, ma'am.
Lakshmi madam.
Yes. Okay, so based on the thing, I think you are all familiar with these all Swayam courses taking into consider. Then also given various 3 cardinal principles of education policy: access, equity, and quality. So these are all the some of the prime criteria. Based on the thing, then the indigenous developed IT platform. They taking for the anywhere or anytime they can access. This is again under the Swayam platform and the Swayam courses starting from the 9th class to till post graduation. So many courses made available under the Swayam platform. Then under the Swayam, one-stop web and mobile-based interactive platform, courses ranging from high school to university level. Then high-quality learning experience using multimedia on anytime, anywhere basis. Then also state-of-the-art system that allow easy access to monitoring and certification. Then you can go for the discussion peer group interaction. This is some of the thing. Then hybrid model of delivery at the quality of the classroom teaching. Then entire country, there is a Microsoft is the providing for the IT platform for the entire country for as well as for the Swayam courses is concerned. These are all the some of the features were there as well as for the Swayam courses. Then taking in the entire country, there is a 9 national coordinator identified the Government of India under the Swayam platform. Taking for the University Grants Commission, that is taking for the non-technology postgraduate degree program. At present, there is an consortium for education and communication. After the pandemic, the entire non-technical courses UG and PG, that entire thing managed by the CAC. This is one of the things were there. Then again NPTEL, this is mainly focusing for technical engineering UG and PG degree programs. Then also IGNO also they are having for the thing, NCERT also there. Then National Institute of Open Schooling also their national coordinator they are also making for the thing. Then again Indian Institute of Management Bangalore is the national coordinator for as well as for the in the management program. Then also very interesting, there is in NIT or Chennai, probably the National Institute of Technical Teacher Training Research Institute. They are also there because they are developing for the various teacher training program. Under the NITAR itself, in the I think in the 2019 they introduced for almost 72 annual refresher program in teaching. These are all the some of the attempts were made under the national coordinators. Then taking various Swayam initiative, we need to understand for the digital platform because already aware of anywhere in anytime. Then second important, as a teachers, we need to be understanding for the thing as per the in the earlier guidelines because this Swayam was introduced in the year of 2016 because there is an guidelines were there in the credit framework guidelines that is introduced by the University Grant Commission. There they are given for the 20% of the credit weightages for the student opting for courses on Swayam. So this is very important. Any student probably I think 20% means probably I think in post graduation, what is the total credit, madam? Sir, in the PG level, in a program, what is the total credit need to be earned? Minimum credit need to be earned. Sir, sir, I am audible.
Sir, yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Voice is clear, sir.
Okay. My question is, what is the minimum credit need to be earned for the completing the PG program? What is the total credit is required for the minimum total credit? Probably taking for the various universities or maybe taking for the various colleges in the PG level. I think overall comes under our University of Mysore or maybe various other universities. Probably our university is given for the minimum 76 credit. Probably taking for the thing in the 2-year PG program, taking for the as well as in the not in the NEP guidance in the previous thing. So taking for the 76 is the mandate credit. When you're taking for the 76 credit, probably looking the as well as for the UGC guideline, they'll given 20% of the credit weightage is given for the MOOC courses. Based on the 20%, probably each semester should have one Swayam courses need to be introduced as well as for the 2016 guidelines. Now recently in the 2021, there is a new guidelines that introduced under the University Grant Commission taking for the credit framework under the Swayam courses. Here they given for the up to 40% of the credit weightage is given. Then also given for the blended learning which programs up to 40% online mode. So this is one of the thing probably we need to be rethink as a teachers taking into consider almost 40% of the courses. If the student probably he can come for the in the traditional classroom for the 60%, rest 40% he can join for the various online courses, he can learn his own. Then we will only bring the credit. Probably our university only taking the credit that transfer to his or her mark sheet. So this is some of the thing probably we need to understand as well as for the 40% of the credit weightages there in the thing. Then also given. Then already we are aware there is some guidelines in the introductory part we discussed for the that is for the academic bank credit. So taking for the thing under the academic bank credit based on the ABC, then probably there is some kind of credit that are through the various platform. Then taking for the various thing, then again as of now we are in the 9th cycle. Recently the July December 2022 almost we are in the thing, still the exam is not conducted. Then now there is a subject is already started for introducing. Probably January 2nd week or 3rd week they are going to introducing for the enrollment of the Swayam courses. Probably that's the last date for the Swayam courses probably up to February ending. That is the thing. So now there is a 10th cycle already in the process. Probably that will be there in the thing. These are all some of the things were there. Then as a teacher, when you developing the MOOC courses, probably we take for the mindset before taking the decision. Because in the earlier cases, when 2016 they introduced for the Swayam as well as for the massive open online courses under the Swayam platform, they given for the eligibility criteria, they'll given for the 10 years teaching experience in the PG level. That is also one of the tough criteria they introduced for the in the earlier. Then later intervention of various things because I am there for interacting with the various other committees. We have made so many interaction with the various in the national level. Then they release for the 5 years in the teaching level in the PG level. Then now in the present context they will given for the only it should have minimum 5 years teaching either in the PG and UG. There is no difference between the PG and UG. So now any teacher is come forward for the developing the MOOC courses. You should have 5 years as a full time as in teaching experience. You can develop the courses. So these are all some of the criteria were there. Probably faculty can develop the MOOC courses based on your interest. Then these are all the some of the thing I will not go detailing. Then when developing the MOOC courses, again these are all the some of the content taking for the team. You should have a subject matter experts that is there the thing. Probably I think you call it as a course coordinator. Then also be required for the reviewer. Whatever the content you have prepared, somebody has to review your content. Then again you have to authorize it. But this is the review of the content. Then again editor also required. Then also multimedia team. They're given for the multimedia team for the your recording of all your studio. Then also making for the various animations. Then also editing whatever the thing. Then while submitting the proposal, they will ask you for whatever the subject you are going to developing under the MOOC platform. Then ask you for you should have a 5-minute introductory video that need to be developed, because I think each university, I think Government of India after 2016, 17 they made some attempt, then 2018 the mandate for all entire country they appointed for the Swayam coordinator for the each university. So Swayam coordinator is working as a single point of contact for the each universities for implementing for the Swayam courses. Based on the thing, the Swayam coordinator will facilitate for encouraging for the faculty to develop for the MOOC courses, then also taking for the getting the consent from the register for the universities. So these are some of the attempt were there. Then also proposal is made available. Now it is in the online. You need to be submit for the UGC MOOCs Inflinet. There is an Inflinet is coordinating for the entire country as well as for these UGC MOOC courses is concerned. Then again we need to be prepared 15 weeks course content. Then also taking for the as soon as if the they given for the your individual login, as soon as you are uploading all the proposal, there is a review committee, review of entire proposal, and also see for the is there any earlier program they introduced for the same name of the subject or whatever the content. Based on the thing they given approval. As soon as you will get an approval, sometimes in the earlier cases they will call for the interface meeting. Under the interface meeting, then if the your proposal is approved, they will given for the 13.5 lakh. So this is again is the project cost of entire 4 months duration you are developing for the MOOC courses. They will given for 13.5 lakh. Probably you are all there in the thing. Probably in the past 5 years, have you got any funded by the UGC related with the minor and major research projects? Yes, sir. Have you received any grants from the University Grant Commission doing for minor and major research project past 5 years? Sir, I am audible. Ma'am, I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So only thing is because of as soon as they introduce for the MOOC courses, then automatically they stopped all minor and major research project. Instead of minor and major research project, that teaching fraternity need to be focused on developing the MOOC course. So they will gain for the 13.5 lakh. So this is some of the thing encouraging for the thing. Then process after approval courses, then again fund 13.5 lakhs. As soon as your project is approved, they will gain for the 10% directly to the host institution. Then again they will make for the 1 week program. Then 1 week content need to be delivered as a proposal, need approval from the content from the UGC. Then these are all some of the procedures for there. These are all the procedures as a teacher probably when you encouraging for the developing the MOOC courses, probably we need to be taking all the thing. Then these are all some of the e-learning, what are the content under the MOOC courses taking for the entire component. Then also as well as for the UGC regulation, probably taking for the APA scoring, because very important in the finally whatever the work you are doing apart from the teaching, probably whatever the additional work probably you are taking for the engaging, writing the article, or maybe you are executing the project or various things, finally you are linking with our APA scoring, because this APA scoring is very important for our overall performance as well as for the career advancement or various component. So based on the thing there is for the more weightages, if any faculty is developing for the MOOC courses in the 4 quadrant, they will give for the 20 credit. So that's for the thing, the 20 points. The same thing they given for the even involvement of developing for the each modules. Then also they are given for the some kind of points for there. Probably I think you can once again you check with the 2018 or maybe 2016 earlier 2016 UGC recruitment guidelines. Probably in the 2018 UGC regulation, probably little bit drastically reduced. Instead of 20 points, they reduce for the 10 points or something like that. Probably 8 or 10 points is there. Probably once again you can recheck with this UGC regular recruitment regulation 2018 guidelines. They are also given for the encouraging introducing for these Swayam courses. Then another important in the present context, then NAC also playing very important role for the entire country. Then again given for the instituting for the NAC is the mandate for any educational institutes offering for the then higher education for the entire country. Under the NAC then also given for the various component, there is a more weightage is given for the some points is given for the if you how many courses Swayam courses enrolled by the student, how many students get the certification through the Swayam. Then also taking for the thing how many courses in your college or in your university are developed for the under the Swayam platform under the MOOC courses. So these are all some of the points given for the value addition. Then some of the universities going for the NRF ranking, even NRF ranking also given for the more weightages, then also given some points, allocation of some points for as well as for the developing the MOOC courses, then also enrollment of the these MOOC courses and other thing. Then entire MOOC courses given for the 4 quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and 4. Then quadrant 1 given for the more weightages, then video and audio content. This is again in the delivery form. Probably entire you are probably taking for the entire you are 40 hours in the 4 credit thing. Out of 40 hours, 20 hours fully dedicated only for the quadrant 1, that has to be delivering the lecture for the video and audio content. This is very important. Then rest of the 3 quadrant taking for the e-content, then web resources, then also taking for the self-assessment that need to be spent for rest 20 hours. So this is some of the thing as well as for the developing the mandate for the MOOC courses, understanding for the thing. Then this is all some of the thing. I will not go for the detail. Just you can run through. Probably now what time it's a break, sir? Sir.
Sir, 11:15, sir.
11:15, sir.
In between, is there any discussion or maybe in the last we can take the discussion? Okay. So this is again they have taken for the various Swayam initiative. Then also given for the already given for the 2016 guidelines. Then as a notification, choices of course, credit transfer, then learning process. These are the some of the component were there. Anyone share the PPT probably whenever you free you can read it. Then also given for the make amendment, because this is again mandate. They will given for the University Grants Commission. They will given for the thing. Each university that is a competent they will take the obtained permission for the competent authority that has to be included in their audience rules and regulation for how to integrating for the MOOCs. This is some of the thing. Probably I think in the present your university or your colleges implementing for the NEP. Under the NEP they will given for the each semester they will given the bunch of courses given for the list of courses you can choose for the Swayam. Each semester this bunch of courses probably student can opt for the you can go to the Swayam, then you can enroll the Swayam courses, you can get the credit transfer. So these were some of the things were there. These were some of the procedures taking into consider. Then also course registration, marks the student, evaluation, certification. These are all the some of the procedures were there. Then I will not go detail. Then again another interesting each coordinator then again appointing for the Swayam mentors. So this is again given an additional advantage. Probably in your university or maybe in your colleges going for the NAC accreditation or maybe NRF submission, they will ask you for the thing what is the mentoring. So they will ask you for the that what is the mentoring status of in your colleges or in your thing. Probably how many students you are going to be mentoring for the each faculty, something like that. So these are also some of the allocations there in the thing. Same way probably as well as for in the Swayam, there is a roles and responsibilities of the Swayam mentor. We appointed for the Swayam mentor for the colleges as well as for the in the department wise. So based on the thing, these Swayam mentor will take the UGC MOOCs initiative forward to select the subject element. As soon as your subject is released, these mentors will bring it awareness for the entire student fraternity within their department. Then mandate student in the department colleges to participate in the UGC MOOC Swayam courses. Then also taking for the encouraging for the enrollment of the students. Then also taking for the dissemination of information about the courses to the student. Then ensure that students are actively participating in the course. So this is very important. I will tell you one case example this for understanding as a teaching fraternity. In the 2019 they introduced for annual refresher program in teaching. That is for RPIT 72 annual refresher program in teaching. At the time that is for the higher education, that is for the in the Minister of Education, the Minister of Human Resource Development, that is Javadkar. He was the Honorable Minister for the higher education in the education in the Government of India. At the time 5,000 teachers were registered under the appeared for the exam. That exam is conducted by the National Testing Agency. Only 2% have qualified. So this is some other thing probably we need to be relooking, not in the thing, but only thing is we don't have a time to taking for the adhere to the schedule. Whatever the schedule is given for the each annual refresher program, we need to be participate in the discussion, we need to be submit the assignment, we need to be appearing the quizzes or tests, so many things, so many lined up work is there. Apart from the teaching, then again you join for the annual refresher program, so many other schedule of work is there, because very difficult to adhere to the schedule because of the various other pre-engaged work with the teachers, very difficult to think. So that time even the comment is 2% of the teachers were passed in the only for the RPIT program. This is also one of the things probably we need to be rethinking as well as for the understanding. There is a type. Then taking for the further, these are all the some of the elements of the overall things, syllabus template, free post course surveys, course over course. So these are all the some of the things probably we need to be understanding. Then also under the guidelines, they'll also given the mandate thing is taking for the equivalent credit need to be there. Then also if any university is refusing for the credit transfer, then again that is punishable or maybe taking for the some kind of